Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show, and it's time for your Spurs versus Leeds post-match chat.
I don't think I do it.
But Arsenal started like a house on fire.
Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Leeds United 3. Another exciting encounter involving Leeds United. That's one thing that hasn't changed from Bielsa to Marsh. We do get involved in these basketball-style, ping-pong, tennis-style games. And listen, I'm not going to be too downbeat. We've got 6 points from a possible 9. We're going okay in the league, and it's going to be like this. We have to buckle in when things go bad and, enjoy the good times when they happen. And I thought the good times were going to be rolling today when we went 3-2 up. I can't lie to you. I do think Jesse got it wrong towards the back end of the game. I do think it was very much like Southampton. It was reactionary instead of proactive. Obviously, we go 3-2 up. And then we make a switch to Luke Ayling, and within 4 minutes, we're 4-3 behind. There's a clear distinction over what went wrong there, back five, etc. And I just felt like Rodrigo, Aronson, they were out on their feet. And okay, people might say, well, we haven't got the strength on the bench, but Rodrigo and Aronson were done. So for me, even if it's a fresh body chasing things down, it allows, Leeds United to maybe defend from the front a little bit more. We've seen maybe Mateo Joseph, etc., getting involved later on, and we were up towards their end, but the game was gone by that point. We know Spurs are a second-half team. We know they have that never-say-die attitude, much like against Bournemouth, like we did. One of us was going to go out and win that game. It was a great game to watch, a great spectacle, another game that Leeds United are involved in that I enjoyed. I've seen some clear, different possession building moves, from Leeds United, if that's the right word I could use, where we actually look to keep hold of possession. We look to get it out to Somerville, Christensen, sometimes on the right. But ultimately, their quality told, Kulusevski, the guy's different gravy, and he grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. I do think we helped him. I want to single out Mark Rocker, which I know a lot of people might not agree with. But during the first half, there was one moment where he didn't track Kane. The ball didn't find Kane, but I on the watch along said he's got to be aware of defensive runners. And there was a number of occasions where he wasn't. I think it was their second goal that ended up coming out to Ben Davies, where he's not tracked from the throw and he's just pointed to Cooper. And it's like, no, bro, you need to be wise to that. And, it brings me back to that Bournemouth goal that Philip Billing scored. Philip Billing was further away from the goal than what he was. And then when Philip Billing puts it in the back of the net, Rocker's about 20 yards away from him. He's got to be switched on defensively. Great with his progressive passes, but he needs to track runners, because too many times players are free on the edge of the box or making runs that we're not wary of. And that makes us look to be all over defensively. I want to say props to Crysencio Somerville. Apologies are in order, as I say, and continue to say that's 4 in 4. I think it's a record, the youngest ever player at Leeds United to do that at his age, 21 in a week or whatever he is. But it's an exceptional goal as well. Aronson with a lovely assist, but it's the way that he takes it, the 3 little minute touches onto his left, and he puts it past France's number 1. I thought, again, he was great today. William Gnonto showed flashes until he was substituted. Obviously, Rodrigo as well now. I mean, even in the first half, before he scored, I was like, he's barely touched the ball. And, he does get a lot of my light in him, Rod. We do have our favourites. I'm going to, who I back and who I don't and who I like and who I dislike. That's just how it is, right? I'm not going to pretend to say, oh, yeah, I don't sometimes see things differently when it concerns different players. But I can't really say anything to Rodrigo because although he wasn't involved in the melee exchanges, which I think we can all agree, he scored 2 goals today. And they were both 2 great goals. That counter press that fell favourably. Cooper flicks it back on. I'm going to back Cooper. People say we're shocking today. I thought him and Koch did okay today. Some good challenges at points, shepherding Kulusevski at times. And listen, Cooper's involved in 2 of the goals. He flicks it on to Rasmus, who knocks it down to Rodrigo's path, and he's also involved in getting in front of Kulusevski to give it to Rock, who then plays, Rodrigo with a first-time pass, and he scores a lovely ball from what is a tight angle for him to score from. Obviously, Kane's goal as well, I will say it shouldn't stand. I think Meslier, if he's not upended in the air, then he gets full power on that punch and it's nowhere near the goal. Kane takes his goal really well, obviously fends off Tyler Adams and finds the back of the net. But for me, it shouldn't stand, I don't think. Ben Davies, great strike, hits it hard and true. Unlucky from Leeds United, though. Unlucky from Rasmussen, who'd already blocked one off the line. I think maybe from Bentancur. Obviously, Bentancur gets 2 goals, and I can't really remember the lead up to them because it was just all over in a flash, wasn't it? We take a 3-2 lead, we make a change, we go to a back 5, and then we're all over the shop. And the subs from defending from the front came too late. You're bringing off Joseph and you're bringing on Mateo Joseph and Gelhardt with 1 minute left to play of normal time. Didn't make sense. The changes should have been made in game while we were in front, maybe to give us some fresh leg. Because there was one moment where it went out to Dyer and Rodrigo was literally like this trying to chase him. I think in-game management let us down. But what I will say, Jesse got us into that position. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hammer him too much, but I do think, it cost us. It cost us like it did at Southampton. But it's another great performance, We're in a good position now to go into January and back the manager, getting maybe the centre-back that he needs, getting the left-back that he needs, get him a number 9, and people will say, well, what about Rodrigo, etc. But I know they're performing well and stuff, but we still need a different profile of striker that maybe when Rodrigo's leggy, we can turn to, who can hold it up and get Leeds up the pitch. Rodrigo's finding the goals, and that's what, strikers are, rated by, and he's smashing it at the minute. So props to him and Somerville scoring goals. And I said earlier on, had we have had these players in this form in the early parts of the season, then maybe we would be further up the table anyway. You look at the Arsenal game, you look at other games where we haven't been clinical and where Bamford's let us down, and that has been the case. So we still need a different profile of striker, not to take over Rodrigo, to supplement him, right? For them both to play, because Rodrigo was out on his feet for a long period of time for me, and he should have come off sooner. But listen, I'm happy overall. Disappointed with the result because I feel that we were in it and we let it get away from ourselves. But these last 3 games, I think Jesse's done a terrific job when you consider where he was prior to that Liverpool game. Because he's basically saved his job. He's got himself into January. He's now going to, have an opportunity to work with the squad. We've only got Adams, Aronson and Rasmus away on international duty. You'd expect new players to come in the door. Definitely a left-back, definitely a striker. Maybe some more. Maybe we see some going. Maybe Click might leave now. Obviously, with him not getting in the World Cup squad, maybe he'll look back to move back to Europe potentially, to Holland. I know clubs will be looking at him. I'm not sure who else will move on. I don't know if anyone's going to take a for sure. I know people want Bamford to go if he can get fit. I don't think he will, but I don't see clubs coming in for these type of players. I think they'll see their careers out at Leeds United, end of contract, then move on for a free and maybe drop down the division or whatever. But we do need to bring in some better quality in a number of areas, and that's me saying that, and that I'm wedded to a lot of these guys from that era, but I'm happy and content. Obviously, the result's disappointing today, but overall, the last 3, to get 6 points when you've played Tottenham away, Liverpool away, and come down from 3-1 against Bournemouth, I feel like, again, seatbelt in, buckle in. We're going to have periods of times where we're not going to get any results. And then we'll have periods where we get results. And I think that's a little bit of mid-table obscurity. I think that's Red Bull ball. I can remember Southampton. I know Ralph Hasenhüttl's been sacked now. But who can forget when a period of time they were top of the league? And then they went and lost 11 games on the spin and still finished mid-table. I'm not saying I want to get into a situation where we lose 11 games on the spin. But if you can remember, we didn't win a game in 8. We did not win a game in 8. We've then come back and basically performed 3 great performances, 2, okay, the performances against Bournemouth first half, etc., might not be amazing, but what I'm saying is we've performed really well down in London, yeah? We've got 6 points from Bournemouth and Liverpool, and we're 14th in the league, and I think that's just under lower mid-table. You know, I think it's all right. You know, I think it's all right. And we've got a solid base now. Like, we know where we're at. If the 49ers come in and give us some cash or whatever, make that injection, improve areas of the defence. We need a little bit more pace there if we're going to persist with this high line. We need options there because we could have changed it at fullback maybe to give Stroud. We could have moved him into centre back. You know what I mean? Because if you look at Conte, he brings on Doherty, he brings on Basuma, he brings on, you know, Sanchez even at the back. You don't always have to make attacking substitutions, of course. So just having the opportunity to do that. And that's what killed us in the end. I thought Doherty was getting involved. And obviously, when you've got players like the quality of Kulusevski, it's different gravy, man. So, you know, I'm not too disheartened. I just feel like we threw it away a little bit. I think we at least deserved the point. So to lose the game 4-3, it hurts. But we move. Listen, I'll be back on Monday with the final word. There'll be nothing out on Sunday. I'm going to have a little day of rest as per. But the World Cup kicks off in 8 days' time. I'll be doing as much as I can content-wise, maybe a morning show. Just keep it watched at the Just Joe Football Show. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. And enjoy your break. If you're not going to sample the World Cup, enjoy your break. I love you all, man. Peace out. Leeds.